In today's video, I am going to talk to you about my top 5 list of the most underrated players in this year's 2021 NBA Draft. Next is Roku Praction. I hope I said that name correctly, but his ability to finish at the rim, you're starting to look at somebody who is very similar to a Jalen Green finishing at the rim, very similar to a Vince Carter who finishes at the rim. Even, I would say, maybe even a LeBron James with the amount of power that he finishes at the rim with. Now, can he learn some better footwork? Is he able to really excel at the NBA level? Well, yes, we've seen power players succeed before. But there's one thing that really does set him apart from other power players, and that is his ability to shoot the ball. His ability to come off of the screen and jack up a three is something that makes him special. Now, he has been playing internationally before, and of course, they don't have a deep three-point line like the NBA. However, will he be able to shoot threes in the NBA? Yes. I think it could take him a couple of months to get acclimatized to it. Of course, acclimatized to the speed of the NBA, but he's already a very fast player who can finish very strong. I think that a lot of these mock drafts have him just a bit too far down deep, and I think that he could be a steal in this year's draft. Now, Josh Giddy is my third pick, and the reason for that is he's really another one of those players who is a very similar style game to LaMelo. He's a pick and roll, basically a beast as a pick and roll player, and of course he's 6'8" as well. He's able to really get that ball passed over top of a lot of defenses. He's able to see the actual play develop because of his height. He can see over top of many other guards who are defending him, and his smooth ball handling is going to be able to really get him in between those defenders, even some hedging players who will come up in a hedge on him. I think that he could really burn them and get to the rim easily. Is he a very good shooter? He's okay. He's a pretty solid shooter. He's what's the stats? 43% from the field, 31% from three. He's going to have to develop a three-point shot. He's close, though. He's 31%. Give him 2 or 3 years, he could be a mid to high 30% three-point shooter, and as long as you're shooting over 35%, you're a pretty solid player. You're basically a higher percentage or a higher point getter according to true shooting percentage than somebody who goes and attacks the rim. So overall, I think that he could be a very solid player when it comes to somebody just looking for a role player as a maybe 6th, 7th, or 8th man coming off the bench. Now, I've actually been saying this for a while, but Ariel Hauck, he seems to be a big steal if he goes late in the first round. Or even I've seen one mock draft once that had him in the second round. I don't see that myself. I see him as a mid first round pick. I could even see him maybe as a 9th or 10th pick in this year's draft because of his potential. He is a big man who can shoot threes, who can finish with power at the rim. He hunts down a lot of offensive rebounds, and if you're a team who is playoff bound and you're just looking for somebody who can bang the boards and to finish basically around the rim, you're looking at a very solid player who can play off ball, who can jack up threes when needed from the corner or from the wing when you've got a player who's driving and you get a kick and a swing. He could be that type of player. Plus, his ability to really attack the rim, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and get to the rim. He looks like a very good steal. Now, Jaden Springer, of course, one of the younger players in the draft, 43.5% from three. He looks like a very special player who could really spot up and jack up shots like there's no tomorrow. Now, is he going to be an impact player day one? No. He is going to be a good screen and roll player who is a very athletic player who is, of course, young and shooting 43.5% from three. I just can't get my mind around that. He is attempting over 7 threes, over 7 field goals, I mean. However, only shooting 2 attempts from 3 a game, but he's hitting almost 50% of those shots. Now, if we look back in history and we look at some of these older players from the 90s who shot 40% from 3, and they were only taking 1 or 2 shots, and then they make it to the NBA, like if they made it to the NBA now in 2020, you're looking at somebody who could be jacking up 8 shots, and if he could get 43% of 8 shots, you're looking at an easy, like simple, like 15, 20 point game. Easy, and maybe only getting 15 to 20 minutes. So he could be a very deadly player coming into the NBA. Anyways, I hope that this list helps you, and of course, maybe you might get lucky and your favorite team gets one of these players. Anyways, I hope to see you guys again in my next video.